Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at simplifying fractions. I've done a video on the Show Me app, but I thought I'd just put them all together onto this channel. So every time we write an answer in terms of a fraction, it should always be given in its simplest form. So a fraction can actually be cancelled if the numerator and the denominator can be divided exactly by the same number. So if we start off with an example, if we've got 8 over 10. So if we look at a number that goes into 8, that also goes into 10. So if we're looking at our factors, the factors of 8, we've got 1 times 8 and 2 times 4. And my factors of 10, I've got 1 times 10 and 2 times 5. The highest number that goes into both of those would be 2. So with that highest common factor, I divide both the numerator and the denominator by 2. So with that number there, I've got 8 divided by 2 and I have 10 divided by 2. So my simplified fraction is going to end up being 4 on 5. Alright, we'll do another one. Alright, so say if we have the fraction 10 over 25. So again, listing my factors of 10 and 25. So 10, 1 times 10, 2 times 5. My factors of 25 would be 1 times 25 and just 5 times 5. Looking at that, my highest common factor is 5. So I need to divide the numerator by 5 and do exactly the same with the denominator. So looking at that, my final answer is going to be 10 divided by 5 is 2, 25 divided by 5 is 5. So that's looking at simplifying proper fractions. Let's look at simplifying improper fractions. So an improper fraction is where the top number is larger than the bottom number. So let's have a look at, let's go with 42 over 35. Again, listing your factors, or if you know your times tables quite well, you can see what number goes into both of them. So I know 7 will be my highest common factor. So if I divide the top by 7, divide the bottom by 7, 42 divided by 7 gives me 6, and 35 divided by 7 gives me 5. Now, it's fine to leave a fraction as an improper fraction. This is what we've got here. An improper fraction, it doesn't mean that it's not simplified. It's completely fine. You do not need to change it into a mixed number. All right, let's do another one. That's an improper fraction. So let's go with 30 over 12. Now the biggest mistake people make with these is they just go and halve the numbers. So if you halve 30, you get 15, and if you halve 12, you get 6, but it's not actually the simplest form. So that's why it's important to look for your highest common factor. So I know the highest number that goes into 30 and 12 would be 6. Do the same, so if you divide the top by 6, you must do the same to the bottom. 30 divided by 6 is 5. And 12 divided by 6 is 2. Again, you leave it as an improper fraction. It's in its simplest form, so that's fine. All right, let's look at mixed numbers now. So a mixed number is when we have a whole number with a proper fraction. So what that actually means, it means 3 plus 4 over 12. That's what that actually means. You have 3 wholes plus the fraction, which is 4/12. So when you're simplifying, all you need to do, you leave the whole number alone and you simplify 4 over 12 exactly how I've just shown you. So the highest common factor is 4. You divide the top by 4, divide the bottom by 4, and you end up getting 1/3. So your final fraction is going to be 3 1/3. That's your simplified mixed number. Let's do another one. Alright, so say if we have 5, and let's go with 8 on 24. So your whole number stays exactly the same, you leave that alone. Now look at your proper fraction. So this is your proper fraction here. Your highest common factor is 8, so you are dividing the top by 8, and you're dividing the bottom by 8. So your simplified fraction would be 5 and 1/3.